Social media can be a very good thing, but at the same time, it can be a very bad thing. And I think as we head forward into the rest of the year, we are going to be seeing a lot more bad than good. And I'm going to tell you why. I think it's safe to say that already in the first 2 weeks of this year, we've seen a lot of craziness. And I think as we head forward into the rest of the year, we are going to be seeing a lot more. And that reason being is because it's an election year. So that means it's time to stir up the pot. It's time to stir up some propaganda. It is time to make people fight each other over stupid shit. And that's exactly what they're going to try and do over the course of this next year. They are going to try to make it seem like the world is burning, like everything is on fire, but it's not true. You see, one thing I've noticed is that whenever I start scrolling on my phone, on whatever social media app I am using at that time, it always seems like the world is this chaotic, bad place. And then I go outside, and it's like the sun's shining, birds are chirping, the weather's nice. And I realized something. Social media will make it seem like that bad stuff are happening at all times. And that's not true. I mean, you go walk outside right now, and like I said, the sun will be shining and the birds will be chirping. But when you're stuck scrolling social media all day, like most people are, including myself, that is the view of the world that you will have, because that's what they propagate to you. They want you to think that anybody with a different opinion than you is a terrible person, and they're not. The people who orchestrate all this shit, they are bad people. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying the world is all sunshine and rainbow. I still think the world is run by very corrupt people. Very evil people. I still think the systems of the world are crap. The school system, the 9-to-5 work system, I think it's all designed to purposely make everyone depressed and sad. But that doesn't mean you just give up. That doesn't mean you just let them win and you walk around sad and depressed all day. Like I said, the world is still a very beautiful place. But then we go on social media all day and we see this group fighting this group, certain communities fighting another community. I'm not going to say the names on here because I don't know if that's going to trigger the YouTube algorithm and like get me a strike on my channel. But you know what I'm talking about. You see all this bad stuff happening, and that's what they do. You see it for a reason. You see it because that's what they want you to see. You see, what they do is they take all the bad stuff that's happening in the world, and they shove that shit down your throats. Whether it's on social media or the mainstream news, that's what they're gonna do. But everything good in the world, they're gonna ignore. Even if the good far outweighs the bad, they will ignore it and shove the bad down your throat because they want you operating in fear and anger. Why? Because those are the two strongest emotions. And this year, that fear and anger is going to be shoved down your throat tenfold because this is an election year. And as usual, they will use the Machiavelli tactic to get everyone to fight each other. They're going to put you on different sides. You're going to have the left and the right, liberals versus conservative, Republican versus Democrat, and they will make them fight. They will make each side seem like they are the absolute devil to the other. They will try and brainwash you to make you think that just because this person is a Republican or a Democrat, that if they have a different opinion than you, they are the devil. They are a bad person. That is what they're going to do. That is what they're going to shove down your throats, along with a bunch of other chaotic bullshit that they're going to make up, or whatever crazy Black Swan event happens this year. It is all going to be used to try and scare you and control you. And I need you to know that, because how else do they control people? They use fear. That is what these people do. And the way they orchestrate that is via social media. And again, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying you turn a blind eye to the bad things that are happening in the world, because there are bad stuff happening. And if you can make a difference, make one. But for the stuff that's completely out of your control, don't let that affect your life, man. Feeling sad and angry about stuff that you have no control over. Focus on what you can control. A wise man once said, you have to care, just not that much. And what he means by that is you have to care to understand what's going on, but not care enough where you let that completely control your life. And that's what I'm kind of trying to say here. Over the course of this next year, there's going to be a lot of crazy stuff happening. There's going to be a lot of crazy stuff that you're going to be seeing on social media. You can trust me on that. Do not let it scare you. The world is still a really beautiful place. A lot of great people, a lot of great things to do. So do not get lost in the chaos that will be coming with the rest of this year, this election year. And don't hate other people because they have a different opinion than you. That's all I really want to say. Have a good night, guys.